G'day guys and welcome back. Our guest this week is somebody who I'm sure most of you have heard of. He's been on YouTube for quite some time. He's had his channel taken down. He's been stalked by the Men in Black. He's been busted hoaxing his own videos. He's been the victim of numerous copyright strike violation things. He's been arrested. And he's been in hospital. But now he's back. And it's my turn. I speak, of course, of SecureTeam 10. I do hope this week you do enjoy. Now, before I begin, I keep meaning to shill my Patreon, which I do have. If you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. There are great rewards over on Discord, which you should also join if you haven't already. As again, links are below. Now, for this video, I have skipped ahead quite a bit because, well, you've all seen Tyler's videos. He does like to ramble on a bit at the start. So I'm just skipped ahead to jump right into where he actually starts talking about the UFOs and the aliens. So let's dive in, see what he has to say.
So first we have this amazing clip of an underwater UFO or a USO. Something has been caught off of the coast of Miami, Florida. We have some people here on a boat or some sort of cruise when someone notices a bright green glowing object underneath the water in the distance.
Which they said was Scuba, the driver of the boat, the captain of the boat, said it was Scuba. This is mentioned earlier on in the video.
Some guy said it was probably Scuba. Scuba?
But other than it being a light under the water, this is not any sort of vehicle. It is pretty much stationary. The waves are moving. It's near a boat, so scuba's a good bet that it's just some people diving, looking at some crap on the bottom of the ocean. Nothing alien about it. Moving on.
And as you're seeing here, and we'll go ahead and up the contrast so you can see it even better.
Oh yeah, because upping the contrast, in case you didn't know this, if you suspect aliens, up the contrast. That will tell you straight off the bat if it's aliens or not. Aliens hate contrast, so when you up the contrast, you're basically threatening them, and they show themselves on the screen. Right. I don't know how it works, but that's how it works with aliens and video that's filmed on a potato. I thought my camera was bad.
There is something under there glowing, and it seems to be moving as well as you heard in the audio. And with all of the talk lately and all of the footage of UFOs swarming Navy ships out in the middle of the ocean, and
what videos of UFOs swarming Navy ships? So many people have debunked that. As I've said, Thunderfoot did a fantastic job debunking it. Hell, even PewDiePie debunked it the other day. PewDiePie. Yeah, not somebody you would think would be out there debunking UFO videos, but he did it. So, you know, I'm not going to debunk it anymore. It's been done to death. I need a... Not only do I need a globe, I need a dead horse and a baseball bat.
many pieces of footage and photographs we've posted in the past, whether it be video or photos taken from passing airplanes, like you're seeing here, of many hundreds of these glowing objects seen in the distance under the water as a plane approached, the pilot completely stunned by what he saw below.
Wow.
And sometimes these things are seen grouped up above the ocean. Sometimes they're seen blasting down under the ocean. But like I always say, we have an alien planet right here on Earth, and that is called the deep sea. So really awesome footage. What do you guys think this green glowing USO is?
Well, it's either scuba or the octopus have finally decided to rise up. I think they should be wiped out. If you like calamari, eat it. Yeah, Korean food, they often serve octopus. Get into that. We've got to stop the octopus, alright? They're going to take over the world. That was probably one of them.
Tell me your thoughts down below. We have such a mysterious ocean. Only 10% has ever been explored by mankind. We have no idea what is down there. So next, another piece of very interesting footage, this time out of Germany, of what appears to almost be Morse code lines appearing in the skies.
Wow. Wow, that is... Well, given that you can hear some sort of announcement in the background, I'd say this is some sort of air show. No dates are shown. And the way that the dots appear at specific intervals tells me that there's a, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes flying in formation, and they're basically skywriting. So, mystery solved.
Okay, so I'm pretty stumped here. I don't know if these are some sort of planes giving off these strange Morse code-like markings up in the sky. I don't see any planes, but if we have any Morse code readers here, is this Morse code? Is this some sort of message? And if it's not from...
Okay, ignoring what he says there, it doesn't look like Morse to begin with. But see down on the left how they're already starting to dissipate? That tells me that it's skywriting. It's nothing alien. It's not UFOs. Case closed.
Plane, could it be from some other source that is simply trying to communicate with us using one of our most basic languages, which is Morse code? It's very intriguing footage, showing you some close-ups here, and yeah, the individual in the video seems to be saying in German, translated to English, "Hello dear, what is this? Morse marks, UFOs, nozzle jets, who knows more?" So, credit to Lothar Hans for posting this footage. Tell me what you guys think down below. And
I didn't hear anything other than an announcement in the distance. I didn't hear anyone else speaking. Maybe enhance the audio next time instead of just zooming in on the picture.
And now back to more strange phenomena happening above the seas. Here is a clip of what appears to be a formation of UFOs that seem to keep appearing and disappearing one after the other.
What? Like, what? To me, this just looks like skydivers with the flares on their heels or whatever it is. Could even be planes coming into land, or just taking off, and that's their lights. The distance of these, you can't tell anything. It could be anything, but I'll tell you what it won't be. It won't be aliens. Ever. It's never aliens. Hey, this person can't even keep their camera steady.
This isn't funny though. We gotta like keep backing up.
Like, so you don't know if they're in the same position as. Like, how hard is it to keep a camera steady? It's not that hard. It could be drones.
Alright guys, so again, I'm totally stumped. Could it be flares? I'm not so sure. The objects do look to sit still in the sky as opposed to falling to the ground rather quickly. So tell me what you think about this. And now to go off planet, we're going to show you some very interesting new discoveries on both our moon and Mars. Starting with a moon video taken with a telescope that was zoomed up really close to the lunar surface and caught something that is obviously much closer to the moon out in space than it is to Earth, because if this object was close to Earth, it would show up as just one massive blur quickly passing by the screens.
No, it wouldn't. It would show up how it's shown up there, even if it was a satellite, if it was a bird, if it was a plane, it would show up the same way as it's shown up there. If something that size was at the moon, you'd see a shadow of it on the moon, because that is massive. That is fucking huge. Okay, that tiny dot isn't so tiny when compared to the moon. I'm just saying, yeah. So it's most likely either a satellite, or a plane, or even a bird. We'll watch the movement of it because he's going to slow it down for us. And I'll probably skip ahead some. But this is one of those fantastic times to tell you about the Patreon and how Patreon supporters get to see the extended bit of this where I suffer even more. Just for you guys.
Such as a plane, but whatever this object is, it's much closer to the moon, and it looks to be glowing red, which could be a sign of possible thrusters or energy. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Alright, so, yeah, this...
Okay, watching that as it goes, it's a bird. You can see it flapping. I don't know how to zoom in and focus on it, but you can see it looks like it's flapping. Just watch it closely.
This thing is glowing like the sun. It's totally bright. I highly doubt it's a satellite of any kind, because I've seen satellites pass by the moon in space, and they usually are simply black. Maybe a little bit of shininess to them if the sun catches them right, but this thing looks to be glowing with some sort of plasma. It looks like a mini sun passing by the moon. So very anomalous footage.
No, it's
now,
not.
On to another, more distant part of the solar system, this time on Mars, where another YouTube user discovered yet another mystery light that almost appears to be a possible UFO jettisoning upwards from the ground surface of Mars, wherein which we see this sort of fiery plume behind it as if it's being blasted up from the surface.
Oh, these are taken separate times. Yeah, they're camera artifacts. There's no two ways about it. I don't care if it's a light source in one and not a light source in the other, because it's not a light source in either. There are no shadows cast by it. Light sources tend to cast shadows. That's how light works. If you put something in front of a light, it'll cast a shadow. So anything near that light would also cast a shadow. No shadows cast. So it's a camera artifact. It could even be just a compression artifact from signal. It could be a cosmic particle hitting the camera lens at that exact time. It happens.
This is on NASA's website. The object is there in one image, not there in the other. Now, this could either be a UFO blasting up...
Oh, see. They've adjusted for brightness and contrast again. See, aliens hate the contrast. I keep saying it, that aliens hate the contrast. So, if we look at this image, those rocks behind should also be casting a shadow. Something that bright would cause these lights, the rocks where that red arrow is, the rocks right behind that light would be lit up
into the sky, or one of these mysterious lights that have just appeared on the surface. And we've seen this before. Remember a couple of years back, there was this big story about this mystery light jetting up from the surface of Mars. And you're seeing images of that here, where the one of the Mars rovers was snapping pics, and it just happened to catch what you are looking at now.
Again, cosmic ray. There are no lights around the base of it. Nothing. There would be light around it, and there's not. Case closed. Cosmic ray, cosmic particle, call it what you like. That's all it is. Or camera artifact.
In the distance, what appeared to be a flare of white light flashing far in the distance. Here you're seeing a close-up of that. And this isn't the first time we've seen these mystery lights, not above Mars, but coming up from the surface or down on the surface. Here is yet another image taken by a rover, this time of another light off to the left as we zoom in.
Yes, but why don't you see them in the sky? You know, where the colour would match. Like, the brightness would match. Because they're camera artifacts, and down at the ground you notice them more because, well, contrast. Always with the contrast. Something about the contrast. Maybe that's where the conspiracy lies. It's all in contrast. Yeah. Alright.
And lastly, besides the dark objects that have been captured by the Mars rovers flying in the sky, many of them in saucer or triangular-like shapes, we've also had these shiny or light-covered UFOs hovering above the surface, as you're seeing in this image here.
Wow, that looks like a temple. But you see all the compression around it? All those compression artifacts around this entire image is just covered in them. So that would be where that's coming from. And zooming in hasn't helped, because if you look around that red circle, there's also a shit ton of compression artifacts around the red circle. So it's like somebody has added the red circle, then taken a screenshot of that, and then zoomed in again. Stop playing with these photos. It's quite simple. It's a artifact of the image. Could be cosmic rays, could be cosmic particles, it could be anything except aliens. It's never aliens. Until it is. In this case, it's not.
So yeah, guys, this definitely to me looks like something shooting up from the surface of Mars, and it instantly reminded me of something very similar that was found on the moon that showed very similar characteristics. What you're seeing here is a video posted by our long since passed, sadly, YouTuber StreetCap1, who is a Scottish UFO researcher whose main expertise was finding, this guy had an eagle eye for finding anomalous things on the moon.
So he was another conspiracy nutter. Again, this is a cosmic particle, cosmic ray, call it what you like, a image artifact. It's not aliens. Even a NASA rocket wouldn't leave a plume like that. You wouldn't be able to see it. You would need atmosphere to be able to see a plume like that. There's no atmosphere on the moon. People know this. You know this. You've mentioned it in your videos. You know there is no atmosphere on the moon. You wouldn't get a jet like that unless there was atmosphere. You wouldn't get a jet like that because it's not an alien ship shooting off. It's just a particle or an image artifact. It's nothing special, and it's certainly not aliens.
And here is a clip you're seeing now of a video he posted of yet another one of these objects clearly blasting off from the surface of the moon. We can see the UFO in black with the light coming from behind it. Street Cap was a good friend. We collabed a lot. Man, I really miss the guy. So if you want to check out his channel, I think it's still up. It's Street Cap 1. And again, here on the moon, another object that looks to be jettisoning from the surface of the moon, very similar to what we're seeing here on Mars. So tell me what you guys think about everything we've shown you in this video, from lights sitting up above the moon, hovering, to large green glowing lights underneath the ocean surface.
Well, it was only green because you altered the colour. The original colour was kind of a yellowy white, like a normal scuba light. I harbour no ill will towards Tyler. I find his videos quite entertaining and often watch his videos. I've been subscribed to his channel for many years and have always found his videos entertaining. But that's all they are, entertainment. They're not scientific at all. And I have no idea about cameras or anything like that, but even I can see that these are just camera artifacts, easily explained phenomenon. The problem is where people get sucked in and think that they're, aliens and whatever, and they start panicking and thinking that there's this big conspiracy behind it all, and that the government's hiding everything. Yes, the government does have secrets, but not about aliens. The idea of aliens coming to Earth, well, I've done a video on that, so feel free to watch that. If I remember, it'll be probably up there, or there, more likely there. That's all there is. There is nothing. Yes, there's probably aliens out in the universe. It's a big universe. That's the problem. That it's so big, and it takes so long to travel anywhere. Our nearest star is 4 light years away. It would take us about 80,000 years to get there using current technologies. Now, we like to think we're kind of advanced. We're not. We're really not. At all. But even if we could get there, why would we? Why would we go there when we've got our own star system? Why would aliens want to come to Earth when there's nothing here but humans? There's nothing worth exploiting on the planet that they can't already get easier out in space. There's no reason to come to Earth, but that's covered in my other video. Don't send any hate to Tyler. He doesn't deserve it. Don't send hate to anyone. Ever. That's just it. And as always, I thank you for watching. And a special thank you to Purple Haze, Lisa, and Caustic for their ongoing support over on Patreon, which I mentioned earlier you can join should you wish. Also, check out merch. It's cool. Subscribe, like, all the other YouTube stuff. If you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Leave a comment. And if any of Tyler's fans have watched this far and want to leave some hate, go ahead. That's fine. Thumbs down, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Either way, this is just my opinion. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, don't be a dick.